like you would all rest easier knowing who killed Simon Starkweather.
You figured out who killed Great Uncle Simon?
I have, and I will be showing you in the next few minutes.
I'm amazed, Mike. How did you figure it out?
First, had to answer the question that's been bothering me from the beginning. What is that? Sorry. Well, it would make it appear that Mr. Starkweather had died of natural causes, a suggestion Jordan made to Miss Withers. Or Miss Starkweather and her son could have given the old man digitalis to trigger a heart attack. Or, among any of you who knew she spilled them in this very room, could have done the same thing. Miss Withers could have achieved the same goal by grabbing her hypodermic needle and injecting a bubble into her bloodstream. But any of you could have snuck into a room and done the same thing. Or, who'd even consider fighting the old man to death? Minerva with her knife, Miss Thompson with her gun, Rufus with his axe, Bensonhurst with his wrench. The possibilities are endless. Why then? Why would the killer choose to put a blood pressure cuff around Mr. Starkweather's neck
Oh my
and inflate
God.
it until he suffocated? It was right there. And it was so insignificant, I barely noticed it at the time what it really happened.
What really happened?
Well, obviously, when the cuff was put around his neck, Mr. Starkweather was already dead. Am I right, Miss Van Zandt?
You really are clever, Mr. Davis.
It had to been you. We were in the same room together when the lights went out. Mr. Starkweather rang his bell. I ran to go find Bensonhurst, and you ran to go check on Mr. Starkweather.
That's what I figured too.
But how would you put a cover on his neck?
As our able detective here summarized, the murderer made it look as if Mr. Starkweather had had a heart attack. Death had seemed to have indeed been due to natural causes, but there was no doubt in my mind that someone in the house had killed him. After looking everything over, the coroner would have no reason to perform an autopsy on the body, nor would there be for the police to conduct an investigation. I was about to let my employer's murderer get away scot-free, so I put the blood pressure cuff around his neck, inflated it, and wheeled him into this very room.
And your plan worked. No one would ever suspect the fact that he had been murdered.
Yes, which I have. That's very naughty of you, Miss Van Zandt. For a while, your
Naughty,
little
naughty.
ploy distracted me. Instead of thinking, who did it? I was thinking, why did they do it like that? Once I found that piece of the puzzle, the rest came easier.
Wait a minute. How do you know Miss Van Zandt didn't kill Great Uncle Simon herself?
There's no motive.
Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mike. Tell us who killed Mr. Starkweather.
I'll do you one better. I'll show you. Bear with me. Stay seated. You might have recalled when Miss Trent gave you all candles earlier in case of a blackout. I see you've already lit them. Thank you.
Ooh, isn't this nice? Very Christmassy.
I had just examined Mr. Starkweather's body. And when I was looking at him, at first thought, I thought it was a couple drops of blood on his robe. On closer inspection, it was a different substance entirely. I forgot about them at the moment, but when I was interrogating you individually earlier tonight, I saw one of you scraping one's thumbnail against each other. At first, I took it as a nervous gesture. I guess nervous gesture triggered by guilt. I shrugged it off, but then I recalled Minerva's testimony on who all gathered in the kitchen earlier that night with the candles. A few minutes ago, I found these on the ground by the sofa, and it should have been enough to link the murderer's identity. Then scrapings of red tallow. Tallow from the killer's thumbnail. Tallow that matches the drops of blood on Starkweather's body. Tallow from the red candle the killer was holding when he murdered Mr. Starkweather. Tallow from the only red candle which among you were all holding, Rufus.
Rufus! I mean, how do we know there ain't other candles?
Because there aren't. I remember thinking that we have to buy some more red ones for next year after I took them down.
Is that all you have to offer, please? This stupid candle?
No, Rufus, I have better proof than that. When I examined Mr. Starkweather's body, I've glanced around the room also earlier tonight, and I was staring at everyone's wrist. I noticed several thin scrapings on yours, made by Mr. Starkweather. No doubt he struggled for his life. And these skin samples I was able to scrape from underneath his thumbnails, or his fingernails, would be enough to prove that you were the murderer. I've met quite a few experts in DNA in the last 6 months.
Well, I don't suppose you'd be cloning them scrapings and putting the new in prison. No, I thought so. Well, Miss Van Zandt, I guess my biggest mistake was trying to cross one of you lawyer folks. I may have caused you to lose access to Mrs. Starkweather's billions, but you certainly got your vengeance.
And then,
Well, you all figured out the main details anyways. I was, let's say, quite furious with Mrs. Starkweather for building up our hopes, especially my own, getting mine to sell my brand new TV, and then smashing them right into the ground. I thought a man like that didn't deserve to live. I waited by his door until I was sure that he was alone. Then I crept in. He was alone, as I suspected, sitting in his wheelchair, wide awake. I snuck up to him, grabbed the handlebars of his wheelchair, and leaned directly down into his face. I told him that what he was planning to do was monstrous. I told him that he didn't deserve to live. I told him that I was going to kill him. Then I reached for his throat. He was horrified, of course. He wheeled backwards into his reading desk, causing the reading lamp that was on it and the pitcher of water to come crashing down on the floor. They both crashed down onto each other, causing the whole circuit to malfunction, causing the whole blackout.
so you didn't cause the blackout deliberately?
What do you think? Really didn't but of course, I had the red candle. So, I managed to light it with one hand and hold it, while with the other I grabbed Mr. Starkweather's oxygen mask and clamped it hard onto his face. He made a feeble attempt to fight back, that feeble attempt being to scratch my wrist and to ring that stupid bell of his. I don't know if he died of natural causes or suffocation, but it was all over in seconds. He didn't do much, but it was enough to pin his murder on me.
I'm guessing you were just as surprised as
I was not finished. I blew up my red candle, put it in my pocket, and kept it in Mrs. Withers' room. Her back was to me. She was trying to light her candle. I took a brass candlestick from her girl, and I smashed it over her face. She was out cold. I guess this was when you were turning my apparent natural death into your murder. I crept out and slipped into the hallway. A few minutes later, that college girl screamed. I joined the rest of y'all as you were coming in here.
I guess you were just as surprised as everyone else when you saw the blood pressure cuff around Mr. Starkweather's neck.
I was, but what could I do? It was easy to guess what Miss Van Zandt had pulled. And listen here, you lawyer. I would have loved to kill you too, but I didn't dare try, of course. Until now, I ain't got much left to lose. Nobody move.
Calm down now. If you don't want to do anything you might regret.
Too late for that, Vice.
Where could we go? The bridge is washed out.
I know that tree that Master Simon was talking about earlier. Speaking of, throw your power stone and keys onto the table. Now!
I love Ismail.
You
I love
never
him
get away with
too.
I think I might actually. Your phones are still down, and I parked all your cars on this side of the street. It'll take you hours to get into town. I'll be long gone by then.
What about me?
I would have committed the perfect murder for you. What do you think I'm gonna do with you?
Not a thing if I can help it.
Ah!
Hold it right there!
Are you alright? I'm okay.
You burned me, witch!
Figure it
Perfect. Let me have them.
Mike remind me to pay you a huge bonus.
No problem. Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I wonder if they got any big TVs at the Sing Sing.